Hello, my dear folks. Welcome to the show. Jack Chow on East West with G&E TV. Nowadays, we are hearing a lot of news about FIFA. What the full name probably is
Exactly.
Federation of International Football Association, something
Yes,
like that, right?
It's
Okay.
actually in a French format.
In French format,
Yes.
right? FIFA or FIFA or something like that.
Yeah.
The FIFA. Okay. Now, well, there are corruption charges, and I know that they are huge. And I have a friend, Mr. Alan Diamante, the other day told me that when he was a very little boy practicing soccer ball from his father says, FIFA is very corrupted. So that means that since then, the rumors were there that corruptions are kind of like a long time ongoing problem. So today, to get to the analysis of the case, to the corruption is just a simple word. How, to what extent, how are we able to learn anything from it? I have my good friend, Miss Kathy Howe, a wonderful attorney at law and a wonderful friend and a beautiful lady, well, needless to say.
Thank you.
Who has 48 hours in a day. I'm not exaggerating. Anyway, let's give her a warm welcome first.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Only this morning I saw you several messages on WeChat. And as a matter of fact, day by day, every 15 minutes, I see your message.
Well, actually, that's not quite true. Usually,
Right.
I'll do one in the morning, and I'll do one at night.
Okay. Now,
Usually two a day.
No. Okay.
But if there's any special event, for example, FIFA arrests, Bruce Jenner
Yeah.
came in as a new woman,
all
those
right.
kind of things, that's social
Yeah.
attention, that catches social
Okay.
attention. I usually tweet a little bit, so.
You were saying that you do 2 messages in a day or 3, right?
Yes.
But the problem is that you can't prevent your followers. Everybody who follows you shows you one more time about what you have posted. So the more exposures. That's why
Right.
I keep saying every 15 minutes a message
Coming,
posted by you.
people you
my
know
question,
and I
my
know.
question: you're busy in court from 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Yeah,
I
there are
usually-
times I see you driving when it's dark, totally
Yeah,
dark.
5:30,
right?
yes.
Okay. And then you get home until something 8 or 9,
Usually later.
and you still have time to go to gym to work out,
Yes.
and you have time to spend with your 2 wonderful daughters,
Yes.
right? And you have time to go to the lake,
Yes.
and you have time to see your horse, right?
Yes.
And you have time to have fun on the motorboats.
Yes.
Right? You have motorboats.
Yes.
And sand motors
Yes.
too.
ATVs.
Yeah, and everything. So that's
Yeah.
why I say my conclusion is that you must have 48 hours.
Yeah, it's all about how you manage. Really, time management is a big. It's actually a technique and skill for people. When you're multitasking, then when you are short of time and retreat, recharge become more important. So for me, going to the gym, working out to keep my mental stability and fresh is a key important element of the day. So basically, I start with a good workout in the morning. But on the weekends, even though I'm on the phone all the time, for example, yesterday I had a meeting from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and then client dinner meeting from 6 o'clock to 7:30, and from 7:30 on to 12:30, I was nonstop messaging, emailing, so basically nonstop. There's not a moment that I would stop using my phone. It's great we have
Email,
smartphones,
yeah,
we
yeah,
do
yeah.
emails, and I was preparing for discovery responses for my litigation cases and a conference call with clients in China. It just ongoing every day. So my work hours are 16 to 18, sometimes 20 hours a day.
Good,
so I
good.
have 4 hours to 6 hours sleep. The weekends is my time. Weekends, although I'm also nonstop with a smartphone, but I'm able to be mobile to other places. So I usually go out of town on weekends. So
You're
that
super
I can-
mobile.
Yeah,
You're not
very
only
mobile.
mobile, you're super mobile, terribly
So,
mobile.
yes.
And the thing is that if I follow your philosophy and follow your schedule, though, before getting to the end of the day, I'm a dead meat already.
Yeah,
Which
I have a lot of
by that
energy.
I mean I wouldn't even wake up by 9 o'clock in the
Right.
next morning.
Yeah.
Not only 6, right?
Yes.
So anyway.
I have energy all the time. It's like I'm having a battery in me. So, and I don't take any vitamins and supplements. I don't take any of those. I just eat. I just eat very healthy, and that.
That is the background of my good friend Kathy Hell. By then, probably by now, you understand what kind of personality we're talking about. Regardless to say that she is the number one in my eye in her field of expertise.
Well, thank you so much.
By her judgment, by her quick response, and by her, I would say, very humane take in most of the cases, right?
Right.
So
Yes.
to you, welcome to talk
Thank you.
about the FIFA thing.
Yes.
Right. So
Okay.
I really hate to mention that because how come it took that long time for people to discover something is wrong?
Well, it's not for people. It took that long for people to discover because it's long been discovered.
All
you know,
right,
in
okay.
a sports field, everybody knows how corrupted and how FIFA is operating. It's really it's like any other field, and I hate to say that in certain field that was controlled by mafia. This is in the 60s. It's similar to that, but not in a sense of that bad. But this is a very controlled organization, and that America is a sport country. People love sports, love gambling, love the excitements. But for soccer in the United States, it's not as popular as most the other part of the world. In the United States, American football is very, very popular. Soccer is popular, but not as popular as in European countries, in South American countries, and Asia. So, but it's controlled by this organization. The entire sports is controlled by this professional sports is controlled by this professional organization. So when you have a very closed organization that is that large, that powerful, very, very powerful, you're talking about many continents powerful. So it is very, very hard to prevent, and it's very, very hard to regulate the practice, the activities they have. So right now, it's not people just found out. It's because there's a conviction in 2013 from the organization. And because of the conviction and because of other plea by previous investigation, those more facts are coming out. In United States by law, if you want to charge someone or arrest someone, you got to have the probable cause. So in this case, even though everybody knows and there are multiple investigations conducted, but there was no probable cause for arrest or there's no probable cause for filing a complaint. So in this case, we know there is some indictment, which is, there's more probable cause to arrest and to file a complaint against those individuals and executives. So it's really a long-standing issue that everybody knows in the world.
Sure.
It just became so, it bursted.
Yeah, let's take our time in peeling the onions layer after layer, though. To the first layer, you just mentioned about FIFA being controlled by themselves, right? And we do know that in the world, there are situations when an organization is controlled or was controlled by mafia, by the black society, we call the underground society, the mafia group. Do you think FIFA has the same kind of control?
I wouldn't say that. You know, when we talk about mafia or organized crime, that's what we call that, organized crime. But when we talk about mafia, usually we have equivalents to violence, murder. You know, there are a lot of death involved. So there are corruptions, there are briberies, and there are racketeerings, and there are all those things that were charged by on the FIFA. But I wouldn't say that to that extreme because I don't know.
All right.
But for mafia, as far as I know, is organized crime. You know, killing people, murdering people.
In the homicidal stuff.
Homicide. You know, there are mafias when we talk about drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking.
You know, there's a really
killing, murdering,
hardcore crime.
Hardcore
you know,
crime.
Organized by the organized crime or crime organization. So I think this professional sport organization is a little different. I mean, it's a sports because it creates excitement. It creates gambling.
They collect money.
It's, you know, involves a lot of fields, a lot of, you know, social, political, economical, financial. I mean, you know, when you have a big sports event, there's a marketing.
Yeah.
You know, there's promotions.
Yeah, sure.
And there, you know, who is,
oh, yeah,
you know, of course.
Sure. Let's take a very short moment now. When we come back, we'll probably shall touch the second layer with my good friend, Kathy Howe, attorney-at-law. A wonderful, wonderful set of mind. So let's wait and come back. We'll continue talk.